If you absolutely need
Yes.
to buy a car right now, should you do new or should you do used? Dad, we get asked this question all the time, and the answer changes over time. But right now, where we are in this economy, in this world, do I buy a used vehicle or do I buy a new vehicle? Let's provide an answer to that question.
If you can buy a new vehicle at MSRP without a large additional dealer markup, new is the way to go. And the reason I say that is because too many pre-owned vehicles, 1 and 2 and 3-year-old pre-owned vehicles, are actually selling as used cars for more than what they sold for as a new car, more than what the manufacturer's suggested retail price was for that car when it was a new car. So if you can purchase a new car somewhere around MSRP today, for most cars, not all brands, but for most brands, I think you would be ahead of the curve rather than drastically overpaying for a pre-owned car.
I completely agree with you. There are some automakers that have more inventory and are actually discounting below MSRP.
Yes.
Stellantis brands come to
Yes,
mind.
for the most part.
But as a blanket statement, I completely agree with you. Now, what's challenging here, and I pulled up the latest data from Cox Automotive so that we can look at this. The average price paid on a new non-luxury vehicle was $42,509 in April, Dad. So it's a challenging pill to swallow to say, okay, I could find a used car probably at a $30,000 price point. It might have, it pains me to say, it might have 100,000 miles on it and be selling for 30 grand.
It could, yeah.
Or I can try and find, I don't know, a Mazda. I can try and find a Kia. I can try and find a Hyundai. I can
a
Nissan at $42,500. And that's the better value right now. But the reality is, it is.
Thinking about getting an extended warranty? Go to joinyaa.com and check out our pricing there. There's no obligation, no spam, no robocalls. YAA for your extended warranty. I think if you look at Hyundai, Kia, Honda, Nissan, all those brands have a significant number of models that at least manufacturer suggested retail price-wise are well below $40,000. They have, all those brands have cars in the upper 20s, mid 20s. Now, even if you have to pay up a little bit, okay, if you can negotiate off some of the additional dealer markup, I still think you're better off because A, you'll have a more affordable payment. B, you should be in a better position when things do stabilize in the future. Hopefully the depreciation won't be over the top for these vehicles, but it's got to be the expected depreciation for these really overpriced used cars. Those are going to take a bigger hit than the overpriced new cars.
We talk about a lot. When that bubble inevitably bursts, you're going to be sitting on a lot of negative equity versus the reality is there's probably still going to be a car shortage 3, 4, 5 years from now because we've gone now 2 years of limited new car production, which means if you bought a new car at MSRP or below, depending on the brand, you know what? Between that and inflation, you're probably going to see your new car appreciate still as a used car. How much will 100,000-mile used cars continue to appreciate? I think that's long-term, a bit of a question mark. Short-term, we actually think they'll continue to appreciate. How much, though? And as a long-term proposition,
it might slow down.
It might slow down.
Yes.
Or if it'll slow down more quickly and more aggressively than the appreciation will slow down across newer used cars. So I'm saying in 2025, you'd rather own a 2022 than a 2018, for example. What I wanted to pull up here, Dad, and what I wanted us to look at is average transaction prices broken down by some of the different automakers to give people a sense of, okay, new cars that I might be able to find that are somewhat affordable.
Okay.
Stellantis. Their average transaction price in April of this year was $53,212.
Cheap.
Not attainable for most people.
Not for me.
Jeep, the average transaction price is near $50,000. Okay. Ram, the average transaction price is $62,000.
Oh my God.
Dodge, the average transaction price is $48,333. The Chrysler Pacifica minivan is at $47,654, and most Alfa Romeos transacted over $50,000.
Wow.
Okay. The Fiat 500X has a transaction price, an average transaction price of $31,164.
How could they know that? I don't think any got sold.
Makes it easy to do the math.
Yes.
The average transaction price over at Ford was $49,528 in the most recent period. Okay, F-Series truck's going to be going for $62,000. It's the Maverick, if you can find one, sub $30,000, $29,162. Let's look at what about GM. GM's average transaction price was $50,854.
How do people buy this stuff?
The Chevy Trax, however, is going to be your option here at an attainable price point, $25,433. Do not go looking for one of the, Tahoes or Suburbans, both at nearly $70,000 transaction price points. What about Toyota? Their average transaction was at $40,036.
Oh my God. What about Honda?
Yep. So let's take a quick peek. Let's do Nissan first. Okay. Nissan's average transaction price, $34,681.
There you go. Now you're below $40,000 even with fees.
Honda, $36,824.
Okay. That's affordable in today's world.
I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
Hyundai, average transaction price, $35,988. And Hyundai at $35,908. So there you go. On that list, sub 40, you got to exclude Toyota. You're looking at Hyundai, you're looking at Honda, you're looking at Nissan, and you're looking at the Chevy Trax. If you can find one of those,
and Kia,
and Kia, and Kia, I imagine as well.
Yeah,
can find one of those at an MSRP or below MSRP price point. That makes way more sense than going on our car search and finding a used car with 100,000 miles, 50,000 miles, whatever.
Way overpriced, yeah.
Because odds are it probably is.
And truth be told, the average mileage driven in this country is a tad over 15,000 miles a year. So if you have a 4-year-old used car that you're drastically overpaying for that has 60,000 miles on it, and you keep it 4 more years, it's going to have 120,000 miles on it. You're better off with one of these new cars, and you'll have 60,000 miles on it at the end of 4 years.
Manufacturer warranty, valuable.
Yes.
The fuel efficiency that comes with a newer vehicle, valuable. The interest rate that you're going to pay on a new car versus a used car, valuable. Interest rates on new cars are lower.
Absolutely.
There's all sorts of reasons why it's so painful to say, but you should buy. You shouldn't buy. If you need to buy.
If you need to buy.
Looking at a $35,000 Hyundai makes more sense than looking at a $25,000 used car on the market.
Yep.
All right, Pops, that's what a crazy place and time we're in, but that's the reality.
That's the good, the bad, and the ugly all rolled into about 10 minutes.
Let us know your thoughts and your comments down below. We're always interested to hear. And of course, check out the community forum. You got questions about buying a car, that's what that whole forum's there for.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you, Pops.
Thank you, Handsome.